Psalm 57, it begins underground and it ends in the open sky. The cave becomes the cathedral. At the start, David is pressed in the shadows. He's whispering urgent prayers for mercy. And in the end, he's proclaiming God's glory to the nations. But the remarkable thing is his circumstances don't change. His heart changes. That's the miracle. Before the rescue comes, before the song begins. Now, if you read the psalm in the full light of the Bible, we see that David's story in this cave, it's not just a personal episode, it's a little shadow for you of a greater deliverance. This movement from plea to praise, from darkness to dawn, that is the shape of what we Christians call the gospel. Psalm 57 is not the final cave in the Bible. I've said it again. Centuries later, the Son of David will enter the cave. Jesus Christ will step into the ultimate pit that was dug for him. The pit of sin and judgment and death that didn't belong to him. It belonged for us. And in Gethsemane, he will pray, not unlike David, with the shadow of his enemies looming. And Jesus will say, my soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death. Those are the words of Jesus. And on the cross, you'd be surrounded by roaring lions and human malice and the wrath of God against sin. But unlike David, he will not be spared the full force of the storm. He'll be swallowed up. But the reason Jesus is swallowed up is so that imperfect, sinful Davids and imperfect, sinful people like us won't be swallowed up ultimately. David prayed, be merciful to me until these calamities pass by. Jesus will say, is there any way this cup can pass by from me? Nevertheless, not my will, but your will be done. So that God's mercy could come to David, and to Abraham, and to Isaac, and to Solomon, and to you, and to me. And then David sang, God, send forth your mercy and truth and your faithfulness. At the cross, mercy and truth are sent forth in its fullest form. Mercy, because sinners like us are forgiven. Truth, in that sin will be fully judged. And on the third day, Jesus walked out of his cave, that tomb, into the freshness of resurrection life. And the Psalm's final vision of steadfast praise among the nations becomes true, as Christ and his companions take the truth of the glory of God to all the nations of the world. And that's why for us, the decisive rescue has already happened. Listen, I don't know what you're going through, but you need to hear this. The enemy who threatens you the most, sin and death, is already defeated. If God is already defeated, the only thing that could really destroy you, what's left that can truly shake you?